Hi, I've been talking for a few sessions about the mentality that's undermining modern higher education, the mindset that's articulated in the question, what am I going to do with that? Today I want to look at this mentality's impact on humanities teaching in particular. I already talked a bit about the disadvantage that the humanities are at in this environment, right? I mean, if the point of a major is to prepare you for a high-paying job, and I understand you need to recoup that tuition somehow, right? Then why should you major in art or theater or literature, right? It's unlikely to pay. For this reason, humanities departments are really struggling, right? And many are even being closed down. But actually, I am just as concerned about the departments that aren't closing. I want to think today about how the humanities are trying to adapt to the current climate. What patterns can we see in modern humanities education? Well, if you look around at the descriptions of humanities majors, you'll see two primary patterns. One is a kind of wholehearted leap into the job-specific mindset, right? Ones where they foreground the potential career that you can go into, preemptively answering that big, what am I going to do with that question, right? This is where you'll see majors with titles like Arts for Education, or English for Business Writing, right? Things like that. This is one trend, and it's pretty obvious how that emerges from the whole job-specific mentality, right? But the second pattern is much more subtle. In this one, you hear humanities departments just talking about the discipline for the discipline's sake. To illustrate this, let me speak of what I know best, which is English majors, okay? A typical modern English major curriculum, when it's describing the major and what they do, will say things like, we are providing a well-balanced grounding in literary study within many different genres, historical periods, and theoretical approaches, right? Our graduates will achieve a mastery of literary analysis capped by a senior thesis in which the students will do their own original research, right? This kind of thing sound familiar? Now, do you see the trap that departments like this have fallen into? There's a trap here, right? They're not explicitly preparing students for a particular job, necessarily. Instead, they're implicitly treating their majors as if the students were being groomed to be professional scholars in the field, right? Like they're all going to go pro in this subject. They're treating their humanities discipline itself like a set of career-oriented hard skills that they're transmitting to the students. Just like the engineering department does, or the business management department. Now, there are two problems with this. The first problem, and I don't want to be harsh, but we have to look this in the face. If this is what we're selling to our students, even implicitly, then we're mostly selling a lie. In almost all cases, students are not going to go pro in the humanities. It's just not going to happen. How many students actually succeed at this, really, right? Go on to be gainfully employed as a professional scholar or as a professional artist or musician or writer, right? It's not really practical at all across the board. It has the shape of a job-specific program, but without much real substance there. The department thinks, right, feels like it's conforming to the hard skills climate, but honestly, it's mostly smoke and mirrors. But secondly, and more importantly, it's selling the humanities themselves short, right? I said last time, if you think of education only as a process of acquiring hard skills training for a specific career, right, then you are depriving yourself of the main benefits of education. This is 10 times true when it comes to the humanities. The humanities offer enormous benefits to students, majors and non-majors alike. If we keep buying into this narrow mindset, we are doing students and the humanities in general a huge disservice. It is time for humanities education to stop playing along, to stop looking for plausible careers that our majors uniquely prepare students for, to stop pretending that our majors primarily offer a set of hard skills. It is time for us to leave this understandable but misguided mindset behind and to find a new approach that will open up the benefits of humanities education to more students. We can do this. More next time.